In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. All of us, all of us have certain issues in our life. Nobody's life is going smooth. There are problems, there are issues, there are discrepancies, there are certain things in our life which are not even satisfactory, and we need to do something serious about improving the situation in those particular areas of our life. Although we had developed a kind of understanding, we had made a kind of calculation, we have formed and established a kind of opinion about those particular issues, upon each issue separately. And now what happens that somebody who is slightly intelligent, or somebody who have shown a bit of interest in our personal issues, if at all they look upon our these matters, and they think that there is something very wrong, and there is something very grave in it, which must be taken stock, and which must be reconsidered, and where they think and they opine, and they express their opinion that whatever we are thinking, whatever we are doing, whatever specific policy we have developed and adopted about a particular issue is not a good thing at all. Rather, there are serious concerns in it. Due to those serious concerns, we need to reevaluate it. We need to reconsider it, and we need to reform our policy upon these issues. What does happen that if at all this new opinion, if at all this person's opinion about our personal issues is totally different from what we had developed, a kind of understanding, a kind of opinion, a kind of calculation and policy, and this person is saying something which is in conflict with what we have as already established opinion, and not only is in conflict, rather it shows that there is something very serious, there is something very grave in that particular issue, which must be absolutely abandoned, and that our policy regarding that personal issue, regarding that personal matter of ours, it is something very wrong, and which are going to have the very grave consequences, very serious consequences upon our life. I think so that we need to. What does happen after listening, after coming across an opinion like this one from someone else upon our real issues, upon the issues pertaining to our life, we usually get panicked, and during this panic, we decide to bring the very basic, the very radical changes in the policy regarding that particular issue. I think so. This is something which is not so good. Getting panicked actually mean that we people are going to do something for which we might have to repent, for which we might have to regret, and we shall try to reverse it. Whether we will be able to do that, whether we will not be able to do that, but we do have to try try to reverse it, but it might not be a reversible one. So for that reason, I think so, instead of getting panicked, we need to think, and we need to think well, and we need to think patiently, and not just one session is enough to reconsider and to review our policy already designed and established versus the new opinion coming from another person who has looked upon this thing as an onlooker and in an unbiased manner, in an unemotional manner. No need to get panicked at all. What we need to do is that we need to take time. We need to give this issue a good amount of time, and it cannot be decided, it cannot be reviewed. Our old policy, our old understanding in comparison to the new opinion which has just arrived. I think this review and this comparison cannot be done in just one sitting, in just one consideration. We need to look upon it and we need to consider it well, but it should be done in several sessions and not just one. It should be done, it should be reconsidered while we are in the different sets of mood, in the different mood, because in one mood I think whatever we do consider might not be the right one, might not be the correct one. What to do? Take time, take time, take time. Give yourself enough amount of time. Give yourself enough amount of time and be very patient. Do not panic at all. You might have to either, you do not have to, you do not have to either totally reject this thing, or you do not have to necessarily totally accept it. And whatever is more reasonable, whatever is more rational approaches that reconsider, that do consider well every segment, every detail of what is being presented as a solution, as a new solution to the old problem, to the old issue. I think we need to look upon, we need to reconsider, we need to review each and every segment, each and every detail, and then only we will be able to come to a conclusion whether the old policy and the old understanding was the right one, or the new one is the right thing, or even we do need to take certain good ideas, certain good details, and certain good segments out of this new suggestion, and then to incorporate it into the older one, into the old policy which was already designed and developed after a careful consideration. Do not panic, do not panic, do not panic at all. Panic, getting panicked actually mean that we are going to do something which is disastrous, which is not good at all, which is not positive at all. And due to this panic, this haste, this haste and this panic will take us towards the wrong direction and will misguide us, and we will be bringing certain changes, the very radical changes which are going to be a case of repentful. We do have to repent and regret later on, and to avoid those that repentance and regret which we might have to face later on, and we will not be able to reverse the situation. I think we need to do a careful consideration. Do consider it, but do consider it well, and do not make a decision, do not come to a conclusion in just one sitting. Rather, to spread it over several days, you should take maybe a week or so. You should take it, if at all the time does allow, you should take at least a week. And during this week it is very right to keep considering it at different occasions, at different timings. Once you are normal in the mood, once you are a bit excited in the mood, once you are slightly low in the mood, or whatever moods are available, do consider it well before adopting it. Don't get panicked, don't get panicked, don't get panicked at all. Thank you.